Hello, I am Dr.Natrell. What brings you in today? I hope you all are having a great day. And today I would like to get into Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Spurs and the Knicks. Without further ado, let's hop into these notes and let's talk about the quarters, and then we'll go over just a little extra stuff at the end. Just giving my praises to Victor Wembanyama. I've been waiting for an MVP caliber game from him, and he just delivered tonight, so I most definitely will give him his praises, as I have definitely slandered him in the last two videos. The first quarter was a very bad quarter for the Knicks, and it seems to be a common theme with the Spurs to just shoot lights out in the first quarter nowadays. It feels like 3 games straight they've been shooting well over 60%, as they did again in this game. First quarter they shot 60%, with 57% specifically from the three-point line. A large part of that was due to the Knicks having early turnovers, back-to-back turnovers in the first few minutes of the game, and it seemed as though the big Madison Square Garden crowd, as loud as they were, it seemed as if the Knicks were more. This sounds crazy. It seems like the Knicks were harmed more during the crowd than the Spurs. The Spurs seemed as if they didn't even realize they were in New York. It seems like they were chilling, as if they were in a quiet San Antonio stadium. Story of the first quarter, seriously. Spurs were killing the paint, man. Getting to there, the guards were getting past everybody. Dylan Harper had an easy layups. Stephon Castle was 3 of 3 in the first quarter, shooting mid ranges, making every layup he got. Wemby was dominating in the paint. This is what people have been waiting for him to do, as he is 8 feet tall. It's cool that you can shoot all the threes in the world. It's cool that you can do the mid ranges and all that cool stuff. But it'd also be really cool you can get your big ass in the paint. And that's exactly what he did this game. Early on, just getting in the paint. Layups, floaters, dunking, easy alley-oops, Castles just throwing it on top of over him. Simple 2 free points for Wemby. He was 4 for 4 from the field as well. The Spurs were 8 and 10 at one point, making every shot. And I will say this, though, to help out the Spurs, genuinely, if you look back in the first quarter, I think Wemby had all 4 of those shots damn near wide open. I don't know, it seemed as if the Knicks forgot who was guarding Wemby. Even on the broadcast, I think Reggie Miller said it. He was like, who's guarding Wemby? There's this play. It was a breakaway play, I believe. And I think the Knicks had got it back. Wemby was wide open in the corner, right? He didn't have a man on him yet. So OG Anunoby and Landry Shamet both are running towards him. And then what's really baffling is Karl-Anthony Towns is over on the other side of the court, on the other wing of the three-point line. So I'm assuming he's not the intended man for Wemby. So I don't know if someone messed up an assignment, but Wemby being open damn near the entire first quarter is really interesting. I don't know what they were. I don't know how the best player on the team is just wide open. But the Knicks look like it was too loud for them, which is very interesting. Later on in the quarter, however, let's move on. Later on, Brunson is trying to create a screen for one of his players or one of his teammates. I forget who it is at this moment, but I do know what happened. And Wemby shoves Brunson, grabs his neck, and throws him straight to the ground. And then as Brunson gets up and bucks at him, he starts laughing at him. And there's no tech given. There's no foul. Refs didn't even call anything. You know what I mean? And it's just, they're making it too obvious, man. It seems as if even in Madison Square Garden, the refs are going to favor the Spurs. Hate to bring that up, not really, but yeah, the Spurs can do whatever they want. Clearly, that's insane. How that wasn't there. The NBA is probably going to try to be a little hero and save face like they did with the Mitch Robinson thing. They'll probably give him a tech, but thank you. That doesn't mean anything. In my opinion, it's just straight up disgusting how they allow Wemby to do whatever he wants. He has done something heinous in damn near every single series he has been in. Wemby has elbowed Nas Reed in the throat. They then play the Thunder the next round, and Wemby has hits put on Jared McCain, as we have full HD video of him saying hard foul to Mason Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo on Jared McCain in the next few possessions. They're shoving and pushing him on the ground, hard fouling him. And just last night, we have Wemby choke slamming players and then laughing about it in their face, and there's no repercussions for it. Again, I don't know how this guy has fans. Genuinely, one of the dirtiest players I've seen in my life. I don't like Wemby at all. This is why he gets away with whatever he wants, and no one cares about it. However, Brunson was inefficient in the first quarter as well as one massive problem that will have to be sorted out for Game 4. The Spurs were keeping Cat out of the paint. The Spurs' game plan seemed to, on offense, keep Wemby all the way at the top or on the three-point line. It's fine, because that's how they're getting to the paint easier, because Cat's not in the paint anymore. He can't contest, and their guards are so athletic and so quick, they can drop past damn near anyone ever. So yeah, man, the Spurs made an adjustment to keep Cat out of the 3-point line, and it worked to a charm because they had a massive 11-point lead going to the second quarter. Moving on to the second quarter, we saw the Knicks take the lead 64-57, and how did they do that? Well, they did that off of immediate when going on an 8-0 run, making the lead 40-38 early in the first few minutes of the second quarter, right? As well as this is when Karl-Anthony Towns started to wake up. He started getting to the paint easier. He didn't hit a three-pointer this entire game, which is a big reason why they lost. This wasn't the best games from Cat, Mr. Finals MVP. Maybe he lost that MVP now because this is 3 games straight where OG Anunoby has been phenomenal. So then again, it is 2-1. Spurs could win next game, and we'll see about that. But for now, Cat is on ice, which isn't good for them. They'll need him to be back to being. He didn't even really have he had a bad game scoring wise, but everything else was fine. He was aggressive. He was great on defense. You can tell he wanted to actually be there and play. Had a lot of heart. The ball just wasn't going in the net when he was shooting those threes. So that's about it on Cat though. But in the second quarter, the stars came out to play in this game. Castle had 17 before the end of the half. OG had 17 before half. Josh Hart had 13 before half. Jalen Brunson had 15 points at half. And then near the end of the second quarter, the Knicks go on this 10-1 run. A crowd starts to chant "Fuck you, Wemby" chants as the Knicks are going on this 10-1 run to close out the first half with a 7-point lead. It's just loud. Disney blurs it out, but they try to turn the volume back on, and they're still saying it. I love the New York crowd, man, trying to get in the head of Wemby. Obviously, it didn't work, but I love that intensity. I love it. He is a villain for them, which he should be. But that's great for the sport and great for that. So in the third quarter, the Spurs go on to take the lead by 1 point. It is 92-91 by the end of the third quarter. Brunson at one point had 20 points on 50% shooting. He didn't finish like that, but he had 50% shooting in this quarter. Remarkable, getting to his spot, getting layups. He had a tough bank shot in this game, like fading away bank shot. He's so talented, it's crazy. Hart. This was the Josh Hart game, and it sucks that they lost this game because Josh Hart was phenomenal this game, banging threes left, right, and center, man. Just making up for Cat not being there, trying to keep them in the game while Cat was selling it, which is great to see from them. Hopefully he can keep that 3-point shot because they're gonna need it. You know what I mean? Now let's get into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Knicks didn't score until the 8-minute and 23-second mark. However, they weren't down by much to the Spurs. I'm down by 7, I believe. And then OG, 8 of 10 at this point, popping, boy, looking like the Finals MVP. I know I said Cat should have won it. This stinker by Cat, and OG literally has been consistent this entire playoff series. He should be number 1, unless the Spurs obviously win it. Then Wemby's gonna win it. But if the Knicks win it, OG is the front runner in my opinion. This was a phenomenal OG game, and this is one of the big takeaways from the fourth quarter. And the Knicks almost came back. They really never were back in it. The Spurs defense was too crazy for them, and the crowd was put on mute by Wemby. So OG was trying to make crazy shots. He made a crazy corner 3 contested, just trying to keep them in the game, keep them up. It was a 2-point game at one point after he made that 3-point shot, and obviously the Spurs came down, handled business, got to the foul line. Castle clutched it up, made his 2 free throws, and then that's the end of the game. Now I would like to highlight a few players' stats lines. I'll start with the Knicks first because they lost, so we'll get to the winners in a minute. And that'll lead into my Wemby thing. So shout out to Jalen Brunson, actually. I know he didn't shoot the ball well, but still, 32 points on 44% shooting. However, I still love it. 25 shots taken. It does seem that at some points he had to be he was just throwing the ball up again, just trying to be clutch again. But salute to Jalen Brunson for taking 25 shots. He knows what it takes to win, and I love that from him. I also want to shout out Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson and Jose Alvarado coming off the bench. Both great minutes by those guys, keeping them alive. Both of them making great plays. Just being aggressive, man, especially with Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson played 13 minutes and had 10 points. 2 3-pointers. 1 they needed down the stretch, too, to keep the game close. They didn't win, obviously, but still. A bucket is a bucket when it's a close game like that, so that's great from them. I really want to give my props to OG Anunoby. He was sensational. He shot 69% from the field, 42% from 3, and then 80% from the free throw line. 1 turnover. He had 5 rebounds, 28 points, 2 blocks, making every single shot. He made I already talked about a contested 3 in the corner for a big shot, man. It's just OG Anunoby has been remarkable this entire playoffs. and he's been even better in these finals. What an absolute monster, an elite defender as well. You won't see him on the. You see the 2 blocks, but you won't see the rest of the stats. His hustle, his defense. It's just remarkable. His defense on De'Aaron Fox was really great down the stretch and even throughout the game as well. So big ups to OG Anunoby. Last guy on the Knicks, Joshua Hart. 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists for Josh Hart. He was 4 of 7 from the 3-point line. And these are the type of games that you want to win, man. Josh Hart is not going to drop 16 points a night on the Spurs. He's not going to shoot this efficiently. I think they said before this game happened when he missed his first 3 because he missed the first one. They said that he is a 28 or 3% 3-point shooter this entire playoffs. So it was like, that's not good, man. So the fact that he was able to bang out 16 points, bang out 4 threes was remarkable for them. Great minutes from OG and Josh Hart. Shout out to those two. That leads me to get into the San Antonio Spurs. I really don't want to talk about 3 people here. Shout out to Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper is remarkable. Now, I wouldn't recommend looking at his field goal percentage this game. You may throw up. But those rebounds, those assists, that elite defense, all in 32 minutes. I loved this game from Dylan Harper only from the aspect of hustle, rebounds, assists, and defense. Again, don't look at his field goal percentage. You'll throw up. You will. It's god-awful. But other than that, great game for Dylan Harper. Have no complaints about him. He shot 27% from the field, 5 of 18. Another guy I want to get, Stephon Castle. Shout out to Stephon Castle for not missing a damn shot this whole game until like the last quarter and a half. He was lights out from this game. By that I mean he was lights out from the field. On 3 he was 2 of 5. Still fantastic for his standards because Lord knows he can miss a 3-pointer. But yeah, man, the aggressiveness, him being able to make a floater, help out Wemby a lot. Because this is what they really been missing other than MVP Wemby game. It's just a Castle good game. Castle's been very bad this series. Or this finals, my bad. And him having 23, 5 and 5, a steal, a block, shooting 57%, 40%, and then 83% with only 2 turnovers. I think that's the best part about this. Only 2 turnovers. You're not going to beat the Spurs if they only have 8 turnovers. Knicks had 13 turnovers to the Spurs 8. You'll never do it. Even with the Thunder, you had to turn them over so many times. This seems very elite. And they have so many second chances because of who they got in the paint, which we'll get into right now. Victor Wembanyama had 32 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He shot 61% from the field. He shot 50% from the 3-point line. And he shot 90% from the free throw line. With 1 turnover. This is why I was critical of Wemby this entire playoffs. I've been called a hater. I've been called this, that, and the third. But this is why I was critiquing Wemby. Wemby has not played like an MVP since Game 1 of the conference finals. And what he did today was absolutely remarkable. I'm going to forget about the Jalen Brunson thing for a minute because I need to give him praise because this was remarkable. Wemby today, as crazy as this may sound, Wemby finally realized that he himself is 8 feet tall, that he himself can catch a lob thrown to the moon, that he himself can actually dunk on anybody in the league. This game, Wemby was all in the paint. You couldn't keep him out the paint this game. That is the biggest difference in this game to me, in my eyes. The Knicks did such a good job in the first 2 games of keeping Wemby out of the paint, and tonight that was impossible. If he wanted to be in the paint, he was going to get to the paint, driving past Cat, getting past Mitch Robinson easy. Or he's just already there looking for a lob, pick and roll with Castle. Great, another shout out to Castle for this. Castle just throwing it up to the sky and Wemby's going to catch it every time. This was what I wanted to see from Wemby. You are 8 feet tall. Get your ass in the paint, Wemby. And let's see what happens when you do that. It's easy. 32 points seemed easy for him tonight. And of course, he can throw in a 3 or 2 in there. But I really want to see you get in that paint, and that's what you did tonight. Great, phenomenal MVP caliber game by Victor Wembanyama tonight. First 2 games, I got on his ass, rightfully so. Again, first 2 games, he was terrible. He was atrocious. And I said in my last video, all Wemby needs to do is have a all-star to all-NBA level game, and they will win this series. Tonight, he played like the MVP. So damn straight they won this game. Shout out to Wemby, man. At least from a game perspective. I still don't like how you did Jalen Brunson, but it is what it is. Wemby was remarkable this game. Nothing like it. This genuinely could have been the moment where he wakes up, and hopefully it is the moment he wakes up, because I really want to see some comp in this series. A sweep isn't that entertaining, even though I don't want the Spurs to win. If Wemby is going to play like this, I still see a way the Knicks can win though. They have too good of a team, and also the Spurs offense was really good tonight, specifically Stephon Castle, and that's just not going to happen every game. So we'll see. The thing about Wemby is too, those stats I just read out to y'all are very, very impressive. They do not account for the countless times I saw players dribble into the paint and just turn around and waste clock and had to chuck up a crazy three-point shot. The fact that he is that tall and that intimidating in the paint is remarkable. Countless times, Jalen Brunson is avoiding him, turning around the paint. Landry Shamet does it a lot. Mikal Bridges did it, and it's a superpower. It's an X factor. He's taking away the easiest shot in the game. I remember one time in this game, Landry Shamet got past him, and he went for a little jelly roll layup as Wemby is directly behind him, and it's like that level of jackassery is why you don't play 30 minutes a game. I'm glad he got his ass benched, but it's okay. He'll bounce back in game 4, hopefully. I just want to finish with this for Wemby. This is why they say you're the best in the world. This is why they say you are unstoppable. This is why people believe you will be the next GOAT. The second Wemby realizes that he can do this any game that he wants, you can just get in the paint whenever you want, Wemby. You don't have to settle for threes. You don't have to settle for deep mid-ranges. You are 8 feet tall. You can get in the paint, and you can win them this series. And in the next 3 games, y'all can win 3 straight based off of how great Wemby is. If Wemby plays like that again, I don't see what the Knicks will do or can do, especially if Cat's going to play that bad. I think that's also a massive factor in this game. Because even though Wemby had this massive game, Knicks, they lost by 4. If Cat had a average game scoring-wise, they win. But we're getting to what-if territories, and I hate what-ifs. So that's about it for that anyway. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I don't have much else to say about this game. It was more so a blowout. It was an entertaining blowout, but it was more so a blowout the entire game. The Knicks got the lead back at halftime, and then obviously they lost it, and it is what it is. So I think next game the Knicks are gonna have to come out. Actually, I think the Knicks tonight played as if they were in San Antonio, and I guess they forgot that they were in New York, and they didn't use the crowd to their advantage. It felt like it was a weird atmosphere in the stadium. I think all the hype around it may have gotten in their ear. I know they're trying to be locked in and zoned in, but man, it's hard to not hear how expensive these tickets are. It's hard to not hear that the celebrities that are there. Donald Trump was there. Timothy Chalamet was there. Spike Lee. Well, Spike Lee's always at every home game, but still he was there. Jared Jeter was there. Tracy Morgan's Huff-Ass was there. So many celebrities were there. And that may have gotten to the players because they didn't start off hot. 22 points in the first quarter. You would have thought that they were in San Antonio the way they were playing. So hopefully game 4 they settle their nerves and realize the home court team is here to root for them. They're not against them. Every time that you do something good, they're here for you. And hopefully they can keep that energy for the next game and they can win game 4. And this will be a 3-1 series. And then at that point, we're going to see those lame-ass edits of Wemby in those headphones. But until then, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. That's going to wrap this video. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, sub, share, and comment down below about what you'd like to see next. I will have a lot more soccer content coming up soon because the World Cup is here. And today, Olise got a hat trick. Shout out to my guy, Olise. Shout out to him for being a fantastic player. Shout out to the World Cup for being here, man. Can't wait to go to the games. I'm already going to. See France and England play in person is going to be really cool to see. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, sub, and comment. This is Dr. Natrell, and you can schedule your next appointment at the front desk.